Hello, my beautiful mystic hearts, and welcome to today's love reading. If you're returning to this channel, a very big welcome to you. Welcome back. And of course, if you are brand new to this channel, then a very big welcome to you too. So let's get right into it. I will say before I start is that it is a pretty rainy, gloomy day here in this part of Australia that I'm in at the moment. So there could be a reflection a little bit of your mood at the moment. You could be feeling a little bit dark and gloomy yourself. Also, too, it might be raining where you are at the moment, or you could be in a storm as well. I'm also getting that through. So just to tie you to this reading. But look, let's get into it. So I'm going to use these little black cards here just to do an energy check of yourself, just to make sure that this is your collective, if you're resonating with this reading or not. You will know pretty early on if this is going to be your reading with the details that I provide. So I would just ask that you use discernment just to see if this is resonating with you or not. Also, as well, there could be a message in this reading that your team is wanting you to hang around for, to actually hear as well. So if that's the case, of course, you're more than welcome to stay and listen as well. So let's get into it. So I'm just going to do a quick energy check of yourself, and then we'll then get into the connection between you and your and the person on your mind as well. So we'll just pull a few cards here. I'll just get your energy into these cards. Just to see what connection you're dealing with at the moment. Who is this person on your mind as well? What's currently around you? What is currently around this gorgeous collective spirit? All right. So we'll just split the deck first here just to see your overall ruling energy. We'll see what's happening. So we've actually got a couple here, which are interesting. So we've got camera and then we've got mirror. So the first one here is reminiscing, keepsake, perspective. I say this is a bit tongue-tied. Maybe you're feeling a little bit tongue-tied today. But just camera. So this is all around real Six of Cups energy. So this is really looking back, real nostalgia card, this card. So really looking back at those old memories. You're probably looking over old photos at the moment. Maybe that's why you're starting to feel a little bit gloomy today. Maybe you are feeling a little bit sad about things. Going back over old photos, old messages as well. I've just got an image in my mind of someone just sitting on the couch, just scrolling through old messages. Old photos of each other. I'm thinking as well. So really in a mood of nostalgia currently. Really reminiscing on the good times that you guys had together. You and this person on your mind, really just going over it. The other one here is mirror. So we've got mirroring each other, self-image, relationship, reflecting our wounds, introspection. I think that you think that this person is also reminiscing, although this person really probably is reminiscing about you. If you are thinking this, that they're also reminiscing, that you are mirroring each other, then chances are they might have even popped up on your socials. So they might have maybe liked a story of yours, or maybe they've gone through and commented on something. I just get this sense as well that they might have been asking around about you. So might have gotten back to you that this person has been asking about you. Maybe you've got some mutual friends in common, and they've been asking those friends about you, friends or family as well. So I think at the moment, it's a real sense of nostalgia, and I think that you think this person is also in nostalgia as well. Chances are, if you do identify with with a divine journey, and you do believe this person is your divine counterpart, then you will be mirroring each other anyway. And so I think that you've got intuition about this as well. Right, so let's break this down a little bit further. Let's just see what else we've got. So I'm just really getting a sense that you are really in nostalgia at the moment, just really looking back at old memories is what I'm thinking, which would lead me to think that it's been some time since you've seen this person. I would imagine that there's been some separation for quite some time between the two of you. All right. Oh, they've been very particular about these cards. What does this beautiful collective need to know? Start coming out. Oh, there we go. Okay. All right, so we may get a couple more, but let's just start with this. So we're very very particular. So see what we've got. So we've got sunglasses, watching, looking, stalking, gaslighting. Camera again has come out. So I think that, yes, I think that both of you are in each other's energy. And I think this is then confirming what I was picking up before. So someone has been in your energy. I think in your socials, you've definitely got intuition about this, or they have actually come through and liked something. They put a comment onto one of your stories, something along those lines. But I think you've definitely got this sense that somebody's looking in. They could also be, if you're online yourself, is the other thing I was getting through. If you're online yourself, then maybe you've got this sense that they are stalking you, that they are having a look through, maybe in the dark. Yeah, I think you've definitely got this sense that they're looking in. They're very much in your energy at the moment. But I think that you're both reflecting this in each other. I think that just as much as you have this sense that they're in your energy, I feel like you might be in theirs as well. So because we have here, so once again, so reminiscing, looking back, like I said, I think you're definitely in a lot of nostalgia at the moment, real Six of Cups energy. And also I think that this is leading to a little bit of sadness with you as you're looking back. What else have we got? So we've got here, we've got not enough. So frustrated in the relationship, lack of confidence, self-sabotage, fear, ego issues, jealousy. I think we're just confirming here just the emotions that you're feeling at the moment. So as I said, there is some distance here. We'll see if that card came through. But I think that there's been some distance for quite some time. I think there's actual physical distance, not just emotional distance, but physical distance between the two of you. And yeah, it's really just getting this really just this really heavy feeling I'm getting from you as well. So a lack of confidence, you're not really sure what's happening in this situation, which again is why I think that there has been some distance for some time between the two of you. I think it's been a little while since you've actually been in physical contact with this person, which would also lead me to think that if this message has come through, or if they've started to like something, if you've got some sort of awareness or intuition they are in your energy, this might have actually come as a little bit of surprise to you, to be honest, which would then put you into nostalgia. Yeah, if this message has come out, or if it's come out quite quickly or unexpectedly, then you would be reminiscing. This really would put you into a Six of Cups energy. But yes, I do think that you are quite frustrated, and you're frustrated with the time as well. I think this has taken some time for this person to reach out. It's also saying here fear and ego issues. So I think that the person that you're dealing with, you feel might be in their ego, or they were at least when you were in contact with each other. And potentially a bit of a jealous person, or they had a bit of a jealous tendency. You might even have jealous tendencies, or you might have, maybe those were words that were spoken between the two of you, was that there were fears there around third parties along those lines when you were actually together. But like I said, just really a sense of nostalgia at the moment. So that's interesting. So we've got Girl with a Snake. I'll just see what else we've got here. Girl with a Snake, self-indulgence, mask, and then sword. Oh gosh. Okay, so there's that card. I'm just going to move these here. Hopefully you can see these properly. I just need to create a little bit more space for myself here. So Girl with the Snake is interesting that this has come through, and these cards are all relating to it. And here we have Sword with a Rose. So this is clarity, truth, revelation. this is what I was just picking up, is that this has come through, something has come through. Um, it's a truth. It's that real Ace of Swords card that's come through to you. So something has definitely come through to your table that has caused you to really reminisce. Someone is definitely come through in your energy, and I think this has really come through as quite a surprise. We do have girl with a snake here though, so this could be something around a girl with a snake. A little bit like my collective yesterday, that you were dealing with someone, there was a truth that had come through about a girl with a snake. So this to me is really someone who's quite like a fake empath, right? So someone who comes across as very caring, someone who really invokes trust in you, that you feel really safe with, but in the background, they are actually sabotaging, all right, sabotaging you. So I think that there has been a truth that has come out, like very similar to my collective yesterday, a truth about this, and you're just trying to deal with this at the moment. This could have also led to your feelings of being not enough within this relationship. So potentially somebody that was sabotaging in the background, um, that person who you thought that you could really confide in as well. Uh, there's a truth here that's been revealed about this. This could have even been a third party to do with the person on your mind. Could have even been a third party, so potentially like a romantic third party has come through. You would have intuition of this though, or something has come across your table that would confirm exactly this. And then we've got self-indulgence, so focus on self-worth. I think this is what you're trying to do now that this has come across your table. So you've been on this healing journey for a little while. I feel that you are really looking inwards, and you've been on your healing journey for some time. So there's been a lot of introspection going on with you, really dealing with your shadow, that real inner healing. Um, really that inner child work is what you've been doing, really examining what your shadows are, your issues around codependency, around needing justification and validation from others in order to validate yourself. I think that's what you've been working on. That's what you have been, um, really trying to heal out, is that real codependency that you would have had. You've been really focusing on healing that out, which is really to be commended. But I think this girl with the snake, whatever has come across your table, has really got you questioning this. But I think you're still trying to focus on it, on the, actually bringing through that self-appreciation, bringing through that self-worth that you've now been able to build, to be able to deal with this truth, or with this fake empath that has actually come across with you, this person who potentially getting a real sense of betrayal here. So gosh, I'm really sorry that if that is going on with you. It's really not a great energy to have around, which is you feeling like you're not enough as well. Really feeling potentially leading to feelings of inadequacy. But I just feel like I need to remind you that just to keep focusing on all of this amazing healing that you've done, like who you are, that you are much better than this. If this is in fact what is happening, like your self-worth now. Like I said, you've been on this journey for a little while. You've done a lot of healing, and go back a few months ago, this might have really, really affected you. But I think that you know how to deal with this now. So we've got dealing with a mask, and then dealing with Sword versus a Rose. So I think that this is still the person on your mind. I think the masculine. I think I feel like I'm talking to the feminine collective here. So through to the masculine is still wearing a mask with you. So still not being honest with you. Still not showing true feelings. Still maybe making you feel gaslit about this situation, and maybe this is this truth. Maybe you are starting to feel quite gaslit, about this, or potentially this was something that happened in the past. I'm also getting that as well. So maybe this truth was something that happened in the past that you were gaslit about. And then this has all come to light. You've just had that truth, that Ace of Swords, that truth that's just dropped into you. I have a feeling quite shockingly, I'm getting this real sense of shock as well. But I think it's also validating you. So something that would have actually made you feel quite gaslit, I think is now highlighting to say, actually, you were on the money. Whatever has come across your table, I think that you were on the money with it. I just want to get a couple more here for this girl with the snake, this truth that's come out. Let's get a couple more. This truth that's come out. Look at that straight away, karmic relationship. So girl with the snake, karmic relationship. I'm really getting this sense that this was a third party that you were gaslit about. Someone that you thought you could trust. And then we've got addiction as well. So codependency, obsession, controlling. I think this is what you've been really trying to heal out. I just want to get one more. One more here. Not today. Not dealing, hurt, avoiding, call person, boundaries. Okay, still angry. I think that this very much is confirming what I've been picking up, is that you have found out about some sort of a karmic relationship, a girl with a snake, whether that was something to do with a romantic partner or it was a third party situation. You found out what this truth is, and it was a karmic relationship. So that could be, it could be romantic, but it also could be work. It could be to do with some sort of a business arrangement as well. Business associates, family is another one. This could actually have been a family situation that wasn't, that somebody wasn't being honest with you about. And I think it's really triggering those issues within you. So you feel very, very triggered. So all around you, your codependency, obsession, controlling, restraint, all of that great stuff that you have been working out, that you're working on, with your self-indulgence, really, really looking inwards and self-reflection, healing out that shadow. I think that it's making you really question that. And you've just got here, you've got not today, not dealing, hurt, avoiding, conversation, call person, confirming again that I think something has come through that it's really upsetting you. Whatever has come through, there has been a truth about something that you were gaslit about. And I think that you're feeling really like you're just not going to deal with it today. I'm really getting the sense that I need to remind you that you have been on this journey for some time. I don't want to keep repeating myself, but just as a reminder, you have been on this journey for some time. You know what you're worth. You know who you are. You no longer need to be relying on others for validation, for that self-esteem. You've come so far in your journey. And I would just say that to not let it rule you. I can feel that you're in this energy, but don't let it rule you. And it's probably a little bit of a test for you as well, just to see how far you have come in your healing journey. This has probably been released to you at a time to be able to put into practice all of that new learning that you've done. So I would see this more, not so much as a trigger for all of your addictions to and self-doubt and the fact that you're not enough for that to all be triggered, but really as an opportunity to be able to demonstrate all this amazing healing, this inner work that you've done. All right, beautiful. So a bit heavy energy there that you're going through. So yeah, like I said, I'm sorry that you're going through this. I mean, everything happens for a reason, you know. If that is your you know, if you are resonating with that, just with your, if that is your energy, then everything does happen for a reason. I don't know how comforting that is to hear that at this stage, but everything does happen for a reason. Everything is protected under divine timing, and there will be a reason why that truth has been released to you. And like I said, it's an opportunity for you to be able to put into practice all of that amazing healing work that you've done. All right, so I'm going to get this card here, this deck. I'm just going to ring out that energy because I want to tap into your divine masculine. So I want to see what's going on over there. I want to see why he's come through with that truth. So I just want to tap into divine masculine. Once again, I am saying he and she. Please, I say this in all of my readings, but this is not a gendered reading. It's just because I channel divine connections on here, or or sometimes twin flame connections. You might also resonate with that. There is always a masculine and a feminine in those dynamics. This is not a gendered reading though, so you could resonate either with the masculine or the feminine. It just depends on on the type of healing that you need to do and where you are on your healing journey. Potentially, there could be areas of both that you resonate with as well, especially if you are a little bit further along in your journey and you're learning how to balance your yin and your yang. You might end up identifying with both the masculine and the feminine, or aspects of both. So bear with me here. All right, so let's get into your masculine. Just going to get that masculine energy through this. Being told not to look at those cards just yet. I just need to get the energy through. Who is this masculine? What's going on with this masculine? What is currently going on around this masculine? One more, please. Okay. Let's see what's happening here. So the first card we have is fighting, which does not surprise me given what we've just seen. And this could also be why this masculine has reached out. I have a feeling that there's a lot of, there's a lot of karmic energy going on around your masculine at the moment. So it does not surprise me that that card is the first one that's come out. So trust issues, one-sided, detached. This is also how you're feeling, I think, potentially to this masculine. You are feeling that this was a connection that was one-sided, that he was potentially detached from you, especially when you guys were together. I also think that given the information that's come across your table, you might be feeling very detached from this person. And like I said, I think that you would just, it's just a sad, heavy energy that I've got. And I would just keep reminding you to please don't doubt yourself. You have come so far on this journey. And I know that whatever this truth is that's come across your table, whatever it is around this karmic energy, it's not for you to take personally. It is part of this masculine shadow that he needs to heal out. It will be part of, his soul contract. I'm also getting that message as well, that it's part of his soul contract. It's also part of your soul contract as well. So allow the masculine to go through this karmic cycle that he's currently part of. Just allow it, because there's a lot of healing that will come out as a result of it. It's just a bit, bit crappy that you have to be dealing with it. I understand, but everything has to happen for a reason. There will be a reason why this, as I said, there's a reason why this truth has come across your table. And I really get that sense that it's time for you to be able to put into practice all of that theory work that you've done. So all of that great learning, it's a time for you to now put that into practice, all of that healing work. Yeah. All right. So trust issues, one-sided, detached. I think that's definitely what's going on. Mind games is the next card that's come out. So I think you definitely think that this masculine is playing mind games, especially if he was gaslighting you about this truth that's come out. Um, I think that you do think that whatever's happening is quite immature. Also, if he is stalking you at the moment, if he is, in your socials, if he's liking something, if that was quite a shocking thing to happen as well after so long, if he then just popped back up in your energy and is now liking something, one of your stories, or if he's made a quick comment on something as well, maybe you've posted something that he's commented on, or if you are online, also I think that you can probably see him viewing some of the things that you've put up. And I think you just think that it's immature, that he's testing you, that he's analyzing you as well. I think that you really feel that he is trying to play mind games with you, which I just don't think you're having it at the moment. Like, I just get this sense, of real frustration with it, right? Like, you just don't want to deal with this. Is what I'm getting. What else have we got? So we've got double life. So I think we are confirming, that there is something that's come across. There is a truth that's come through. Not necessarily a double life, but I think that there was. This might end up actually being a pretty specific reading, I have a feeling. But there is something to do with a person that you've really trusted. Something has been revealed about that. It's a third party, and it's someone that you trusted. Like I said, this might not necessarily be a romantic relationship, though it quite possibly is. Something that was kept in the background from you, something that you it's really hurt you. And this does happen in another relationship, but like I said, this could be also family as well. I'm getting and work. I'm also getting work as well, so something related with his pentacles, something related to the way that he earns income. Something was kept in the dark from you that has now popped up. Guidance, faith, healing, intuition, dreams. I'm getting a couple of things for this. So either he is going through some real turmoil in his life, this masculine, and he's going through tower moments, and he's, trying to find faith, healing out from it. He's trying to intuition and dreams. You also might be seeing each other a lot in your dreams as well. I really get the sense that even though you're quite cranky at this masculine, I think that there's still a lot of love between the two of you. I do get that feeling. And let's be honest, you wouldn't be watching this reading if there wasn't still a lot of love there. I think you are feeling very sad, but you wouldn't be watching this reading if you still didn't really, really care for this masculine, and vice versa, because you are mirroring each other. So if you're, even though you're in separation, if you're really longing, then chances are he's really on your mind. You're really on his mind as well. The other thing that I'm getting is that not only is he looking for guidance to try and see the way through this, but so are you. So you're really trying to heal out from this. So you're trying to, you've found this information now, but you're really trying to think of healthier ways to deal with this, not to repeat the same cycles, really trying to heal out from whatever this is that's been revealed. And then we've got, well, there we go. So we've just confirmed everything I've been picking up on. So we've got snooping. So we've got stalking, social media, psychic, tarot readings. As a side note, you could be a reader. You could be a tarot reader. You could be into divination yourself. You could maybe read candle wax as well. I'm also getting like Reiki, some sort of healing as part of your mission work. You actually might be a healer. But look, here we go. So snooping. Yeah, so he's, like I said, I think that for some of you, he's popped up. He's popped back up, or you can feel it. You can feel it in the energy. I don't think this is you. I don't think you're snooping. I think you're trying to, like I said, you're on a really great journey at the moment. You're trying to get back out there. You're trying to, live life again. I don't think that you're dating as such, like, well, definitely not seriously, but you're definitely trying to, move on to onto better things. Starting to, feel better about yourself. Whereas I think this masculine has really popped up out of nowhere. It's really sent you into a tailspin. I was going to say too, just on the bottom, I just have to be really careful with this card. But just to that card, I'm going to get a few more cards to tap into here. But this card here around desire has also popped up on the bottom, which once again is confirming. So, like I said, I think there's a lot of love between the two of you. I don't think that either of you are very far from each other's mind, and that card is obviously confirming it. I don't think you're ever far from this masculine's mind. All right, let's keep going. Just might move those up there. I'm just trying to create some real estate here. All right, so under fighting, pictures. Well, here we go. Look at that, pictures. So we're just confirming everything we've been talking about. Regrets, reminiscing, missing you. The desire card just came up, before at the bottom of the deck. Very much in Six of Cups energy over you at the moment. Which is why whatever this truth is, the fact that whatever you found out, and he's popped up, he's in a lot of regret at the moment. He really is in a lot of regret over whatever this truth was. Over this double life, over these mind games. I will say too, my beautiful collective, that if he is snooping and he is playing mind games, although there's a lot of love here, he's in wounded masculine energy. So we have high value, which has come up under mind games here. This is how he sees you, as he sees you as the Empress, and in your beautiful Empress glow. If he's snooping, then he's probably seen things that are demonstrating this, right? So he will have seen you out doing your mission work, especially if you are online doing your mission work. He's probably tuning in. You've probably got a sense that he's doing that, lurking in the background. Like I said, this is quite wounded masculine energy, a little bit of wounded feminine as well, if I'm honest, if he's in there snooping and not coming forward. But it's come up under mind games, so testing you, analyzing you. Well, he is, right? So he is probably looking through your socials, having a look. But he can see the glow that you're in, which is to be expected. Like, if you've been on this healing journey and you're stepping into your inner power, your divine feminine power, then you will be really exuding light at the moment. You will be coming across as abundant, as confident. You'll have a real glow about you. You've probably even got people telling you, even though you're probably not even doing a lot different, that you do have this glow about you at the moment. And this is what he's doing. He's analyzing it. He's looking at it. He's seeing it. He's, like I said, he's really reminiscing about you. Just under double life, what have we got? So that card's come out again. I just might put this just across there because I just want to get into trouble. But look, double life and desire. So a couple of things for this. This is obviously how he sees you, and because it's right next to high value as well. So he sees you as a beautiful Empress glow that you've got about you. He can see it. There's a lot of desire there. He's really reminiscing. But this has also come under double life as well. which is why it's kind of leading me to think that for at least some of you that this double life was around potentially a romantic partner, especially if that was someone that you trusted. That could have actually been someone that you really confided in for this truth. But also this could speak to addictions as well. So I've just got that. So this could also be around addiction. So, substances, other things that you can be addicted to. Could be around this double life. So his real shadow work is the other thing that I'm picking up on as well. So there could have been addiction issues, potentially for the both of you. Maybe that's something you've been really working out. So desire is not necessarily this, but it's also around all sorts of different addictions to food as well. I've just heard that. Alcohol, other substances. This really could have, online addictions as well. There could have been a real online addiction here, as well. And I think all of this then led to your ultimate separation, but is then all part of the shadow that the masculine needs to heal out. All right, under guidance. So fed up, cutting ties, walking away. This is under guidance. So faith, healing, intuition. So this is very much you, as we said. So trying to keep the faith around as you're healing out, trying to not repeat old cycles. And then we've got fed up, cutting ties, walking away. There are a couple of things I'm getting for this. So firstly, I think that this is your energy. I think that you're kind of fed up with, these old ties. With these old cycles. You're trying to cut ties. You're trying to walk, trying to walk away, trying to walk into something that's far more productive, far more positive in your world. Even though there's a lot of love, even though you do identify on the twin flame journey that this is your divine connection, I think, twin flame or not, you're really wanting to move on to bigger and better things, and really just leave this old stagnant energy behind is what I'm feeling. You're really wanting to step through. I'm getting really that 9 of Cups energy, like you're really wanting to step into your, into your wish fulfillment, just onto better things. Also real 6 of Swords energy as well, onto, leaving behind all the rough seas, all that, all of those issues in your life, and just wanting to move on to something far healthier. Also, too, the masculine is probably trying to be cutting ties and walking away. Actually, that's coming through really quite strongly, is that whatever this karmic cycle is that he's going through, he is trying to also heal out from it, and he's also trying to cut ties with it, which is really positive. If he can actually see that all of this messiness is something that he needs to start to walk away from, that he needs to start healing out his karmic cycles, that's actually a really positive thing. I know you're feeling really frustrated, but if he is starting to cut ties and walk into, healthier ways, healthier way of life, then that's actually a real positive, which is what I'm getting here, which is what he's getting guidance on. He could also be getting counselling on this as well. I'm just hearing that he might be getting counselling of some sort. I don't know why this has just popped into my head, but rehab as well. He could also be going through rehab. He could actually be getting some professional help here to cut ties and to walk away. All right, and then just lastly for snooping. Last card. Oh, well, there we go. That is actually the twin flame card. There you are. So opposites attract, not your usual type, different spiritual beliefs. This is the twin flame card. So you do both feel that this is your twin flame. He's come under him as well. So he's snooping on you, but he does feel that you're his twin flame. He could also be reading tarot, or getting tarot readings as well, just to check in on you. He could actually be psychically stalking you through tarot readings as well. I just heard that. Maybe he's going online and for the first time and starting to look at tarot readings just like you are. But you do both see each other as your twin flame, as your divine counterparts. I will just do a quick regression on this too. So the fact that you do see each other as a divine counterpart means that you will both be activated to the twin flame journey. The twin flame journey is a really tricky journey. It takes time. What will happen is that essentially, and look, if you don't identify with the twin flame journey, then this is going to sound a bit crazy to you. But just bear with me. If this does sound crazy to you, if you don't identify with the twin flame journey, then this is not going to be your reading. I am talking to, the divine counterparts who believe that they're on this journey, who have intuition about that. But ultimately, you will meet this person when you're both very broken. So you will be both in a bit of a state, to be honest, when you actually meet this, and it is essentially a soul that has been split into two. When you will walk through this world over many lifetimes, so you will have had a sense that you've got you've had past lives with this person. But ultimately, what happens is the divine steps in and says, right, it's now time to deal with this trauma, with your shadow that you've been walking around with since childhood. It's time to now heal that out. It's time to confront it, to move through it, and then ultimately then go on to your mission work in this world. So what are you doing to give back? What type of healing work will you do in whatever way that looks? And some people do turn to spiritual healing, although it might not necessarily be that. But a lot of twin flames will become tarot readers or healers of some sort. But this person, when you meet them, is completely the opposite to you. As it actually says, so not your usual type. This person really isn't someone that you would typically be attracted to. Very often they come from a completely different way of life. So whether that's lifestyle, whether that is, potentially nobility factors, age factor, age gap, a significant age gap is a big one. From different religious backgrounds is also another one as well. But essentially you're brought together at a time when you're completely broken. It's like two magnets are brought together. But just as quickly as you're brought together, you then very quickly repel each other at the same time, because it's so intense, this connection. So the job of that connection is to highlight all of that trauma within your life that then needs to be healed out. As I said, so stuff that you've been avoiding for a long time is then highlighted, and then you guys are brought together, everything's highlighted, and then very quickly then that repels each other again. And the divine will then step in. You'll each get your veil. So the divine feminine will typically get the longing veil. The masculine will typically get the avoidant veil. And then you're sent off on your separate ways to go and do healing separately. And it has to be done in separation, because there's no way that the two of you can provide the healing that's required together, because there's just too much love there, and then you just end up just excusing a lot of behavior on each other's part, whereas karmic relationships don't. So you need to go through your karmic situations, karmic relationships, to actually heal that stuff out. Once your shadow has been healed sufficiently, then you come back into alignment again. So to digress, right? So just an overview of this type of dynamic between the two of you. So this is, so twin flames. You do see each other as your twin flames, your divine counterparts. And like I said, if the masculine is seeing you as this, then even though there's a lot of messiness going on, I am being really quite harsh on this masculine, I have to say. I have been a little harsh just because of the cards that I can see, and I can see that this truth has come across your table. So I'm feeling quite quite protective over you, to be honest. Um, but he sees you as his divine counterpart. So he's on this journey. He is activated to the frequency here, which is good. This is really positive. But yeah, like I said, I'm feeling for you, there's just a lot of heaviness at the moment. All right, so what I want to do now is I want to get next steps for this masculine. I want to see what this masculine's going to do. What will I do to get that? Right, I might actually get the tarot. All right, I want to get the tarot. I want to get your angel deck here. That's what I'm going to get. So I really love this deck. It's a really beautiful deck as well. And this is all around angels. So what are the next steps going to be? This will be a message through from your divine angels. Your angel team, spirit team around you is what does this beautiful collective need to know? Let's get your energy through the cards. What are the next steps for this masculine? So when I say next steps too, that is in the near future. So in the near future, so I sort of between now to sort of the next month, I'm getting, just intuitively, I'm just feeling between now and the next month. What are the next steps for this masculine? I feel like I need to get one more. All right, so these actually came out first. So we had the Seven of Cups in reverse, the Moon in reverse, oh, the Lovers. That's a beautiful card. I'm so happy that came out. Nine of Cups also in reverse, and Five of Cups in reverse. Got a lot of reverse cards here where we do have the Lovers, which is beautiful. So just confirming again, I'll just deal with that card first. So just confirming that you both see each other as your divine counterpart. It's just that you're both going through some, your own lessons at the moment. The divine masculine, he's definitely going through a tower moments at the moment. So Seven of Cups in reverse. There's just a lot of blockages going on. There's a lot of emotional turmoil going on with him as well, with the Seven of Cups in reverse. Just some real blockers. Like I said, why am I getting the sense that there could be also legal issues? I'll get another card. I just want to see what this Seven of Cups in reverse is about. One more card, please, just to confirm that Seven of Cups. What have we got? The Hermit. So he's also hermiting as well as a result of this. So whatever's going on in his world, he's going through real reflection at the moment. You could also be dealing with a Virgo or an Earth sign as well. So this is, Virgo could also be Capricorn as well. That's the other one I was getting, Taurus. Also, too, these numbers that you could be seeing as well. So we've got angel numbers. So the angel numbers you need to look up what you're seeing a lot of. So we've got the number 9 here. We've also got the beautiful Lover's energy, which is the number 6. So 96. That's also a pretty magical number when it comes to twin flames. So it's all about, the 69 or 96. You might want to actually look that up if you're not familiar with that angel number. But it's all around the in balance, yin and yang, that you're reflecting each other as well. I hope you can see all these cards here. But yeah, he's a real Seven of Cups energy, very reflective energy. There's a lot going on in his life at the moment. He's really going through it. I do actually feel for this masculine, if I'm honest. Really in reflection at the moment. I think that he is feeling, he's just he's in just as much reminiscing as you are as well. So just I think that he will continue to to reminisce, to try to figure out what his next steps are. So we've got the moon in reverse. So the moon is all around intuition, using your your intuition to see through the darkness at the the darkness, to see through the shadows, really relying on your spirit team. The fact that this is in reverse means I think he's not listening to his intuition at the moment. I think he's really struggling with whatever is happening over there in his world. Just want to get one more card just to confirm the moon. This one. Knight of Swords. So you could also be dealing, so Knight of Swords is, it's about rapid action. It's about, so I see rapid action like when it comes to thought. So the Knight of Swords is, you could be dealing with an air sign. So he's very much up in his head at the moment. You could also be dealing with an air sign as well. You could be an air sign. Maybe you're an air earth pairing is the other thing I'm getting as well. He's not using his intuition, but he's really trying to charge through, like the knight does, really trying to see his way through the darkness at the moment. He could also be coming through to you as a knight as well. So really trying to just charge through, coming through when that Knight of Swords energy through to you is also what I'm getting. We've got the Lovers here. I'm just getting the overall sense that your masculine doesn't really know what he's wanting to do at the moment. The Lovers. I think there's a lot of confusion going on. He's trying to see new ways of thinking though, right? Like he is trying to see his way. I think he's having difficulty seeing the way through what's going on right now. You would also notice, you'd have intuition about it. I mean, you also know him quite well, so you would know how he deals, with tough situations. I think he's wanting to go through with that Knight energy, trying to, new ways of thinking, step into a more positive way of thinking about things, more positive way of life. Like I said, if he has been in rehab or if he's suffering from addictions, he's trying to get over those addictions. So we've got the Lovers. Then under that, we've got Devil in reverse. So that's very interesting that would come out like that. So we've got the Lovers, which is obviously, the way that you two see each other. He sees you as his divine counterpart. But we've got the Devil in reverse. So for me, the devil is all around the shadow work. And I think that, but internally, so in reverse, this is around the internal shadow work that has to happen. And this is all around, codependency, fear of intimacy as well, especially for him. And I think that this is what this connection has done. So this, just as it has with you, it brought about, and that's the reason why I want to digress talking about twin flames, is that this has also highlighted his internal shadow as well. So all of those issues that he has to deal with, he'll have his running boots on, he'll be in the avoidant veil. And all of those things that he has been avoiding for so long, I think that this connection really beautifully highlighted that for him, which is lovely. And as a consequence, he is now trying to step into a better way of doing things. He is trying to heal out his shadow. I'm just getting the feeling like he's stuck, like he is in that reverse Seven of Cups energy. And in the Hermit, right? So he's really reflecting on, emotional triggers, on emotional damage. I'm just getting this message as well, so I'll say it, but he's caused some emotional damage, not only with you, but other people around him. And I think he's really reflecting on that at the moment and really trying to move into a more positive way of doing things. Now we've got Nine of Cups in reverse. Now, Nine of Cups is all around, that wish fulfillment. It's a really beautiful energy, but then in reverse means that there are blockages, also just confirming that there have been blockages here. Just in his emotional state, also with his pinnacle path I'm getting as well. There's just been a lot of blockers going on here. But then Four of Cups. So he's reflecting on this. He's real reflective energy. So we've got Four of Cups. And then we've got the Hermit as well. Real reflective energy. So Four of Cups it's also a bit of an overwhelm card, but it's essentially just sitting, that's the card, traditionally in the traditional deck, and that's, then you've got the person sitting there on the bank of the river, and the universe is trying to offer them, their cup, their emotional fulfillment, and they're just not accepting it. They're not looking at it. They're in deep reflection as well, which, is confirming that Nine of Cups energy. So there's just a real blockage here in his emotional state. He's not able to see through. So the Moon in reverse, he's really not able to see what the universe is trying to offer him at the moment, which means he's really going through it, this poor old masculine, which is probably to do with the truth that's come across your table. So Five of Cups. I did get a couple here, so I will take these. So we've got Five of Cups in reverse. And the Five of Cups in the upright is a real sad card. It's really about emotional, it's quite a depressed card. It's really a card of regret. But then we've got that in reverse. So this is the outcome that he's wanting. He's really wanting to move away from this energy quite quickly. So I think that he's trying to heal this out. Like I said, this is like this, getting like within the next month or so. So the next month I feel is going to be quite pivotal for this masculine. But he's really trying to move out of this emotional turmoil and moving into a far better emotional state. So I am being a bit tough on this masculine, but given what the cards are telling me, so he is, wanting to move out of this Five Cups energy. We've also got then the Six of Cups. So this is confirming what I was saying before, so really reminiscing about you in particular. Old photos, that Six of Cups energy, real reminiscing. And then we've got the Queen of Cups, which is how he's going to be seeing you. It's also around, real emotional maturity. So he's wanting to come through. He's wanting to go from a knight to a queen. This is also how he sees you as well. So he probably sees you as very emotionally balanced. You could also be a water sign. Straight away, I was getting Scorpio as well. I think you might be a Scorpio energy, but just a water sign, maybe Pisces. So I think Cancer. I think Cancer as well, or he could be a Cancer. The other thing, I was just hearing that. But just real emotional maturity is what he's wanting to come through to you with. And I think this is his blocker, is he's just really struggling at the moment, but he wants to come through to you with a much better offer. I think that he's just got some real messiness in his life that he's got to deal with at the moment. And let's be honest, if he's got all of this going on, it's not the right time for you guys or to be coming into alignment anyway. He really has to heal us out and then feel confident about coming towards you. I know that might sound a bit frustrating. You might not want to hear that, but I think you need to give this masculine some time. Like I said, though, I don't think it's going to be long. He does want to come towards you. Look at this. I mean, we've got he definitely sees you as his divine counterpart. It's just to whether it, the right time to come through to you or not. Okay, so What does the universe want you to know? What does the universe want you to focus on? Just to get through this next few weeks is what I'm hearing. So this next few weeks is what does the universe want you to focus on? I might get this beautiful deck here. So it's just all around soul truth. So I'm just going to pull a couple of cards. I'm just getting the universe is just telling me to focus on this for you. So it's just, yeah, this might take a little bit, to be honest. They're actually quite detailed, these cards. And they really just give, just little messages, things that you should be focusing on. Trying to give you a little bit of comfort just to get through this next few weeks while you wait for your masculine to really deal with this messiness in his life. Oh, that one really wanted to come out. Won't deal with that one first. And then one more. All right, way too many here, but I'll take this one. All right, so things to focus on at the moment. So this one really just came flying out. So let's deal with this first. So how can I be more flexible right now? Interesting that would come out. So what are you trying to control? It's the outcome. fear of the outcome is probably what you're trying to look at. So maybe it's time to let go, let love move through you today, and trust the outcome will be for your highest good. So really confirming what we've been saying is that I know that you're feeling very frustrated. I think that whatever this truth that's come out it's really hurting you at the moment, but you were really just being guided to just let it be for the time being, just let it go, and just understand that, when ultimately this masculine comes back again, because it will end up coming back, but when he does come back, that it will be in the right time and divine timing, and that you are being kept separate at the moment, and it's for your highest good. You don't need to be dealing with the messiness, whatever messiness is going on in his life at the moment. You don't need to be dealing with that. You've got your own stuff to be dealing with. So it is all happening at the right time. And then today's soul action: remind yourself all day long that you are safe, that life is happening for you, and that you are not alone. And then it's saying, then do some yoga. So maybe you need to get out, maybe you need to go for a walk out to nature, not necessarily do some yoga. Maybe you need to get out, maybe down to the beach as well. I'm also getting that sense, put your feet in the grass. I'm just getting that image of someone, back to nature again, getting out to the forest is what you need to do. Self-care, I'm getting a real self-care feeling. All right, the next message is, what am I most afraid of losing? And it says, as we grow, change, and transform our lives, it requires us to let go of something that was to make room for what will be. Gosh, this is really magic that these cards are coming out. If you were to take the big leap today, would you feel scared of losing love, safety, or belonging? What if it was a big fat lie? What if it was impossible to lose any of those things because you have the power to give everything you need to yourself? So really, this is to do with your healing journey that you've been on, healing out that codependency, and that that reliance on others for your self-esteem, for your self-worth, and just understanding that it's you that empowers you, and which is a really beautiful lesson, for you to be learning. It's really lovely. So name that fear and look at the worst case scenario. Find a solution. Take your power back by being certain of who you are and where you are going. Today's mantra: I move forward knowing I am powerful beyond measure. I am loved, I am safe, and I belong. Really beautiful energy. So this one, am I letting fear stop me? So some trade their dreams for comfort, yet comfort is the energy of progress. The enemy, not the energy, the enemy of progress. Success requires showing up every single day, even when you don't feel like it, and even when it feels uncomfortable. It takes guts and an endless vision to stay consistent to your dream. And then journal where you can be more consistent in your life and alignment with your soul's goals, then show up. This isn't really around your mission work, I'm getting that sense. I think some of you are already on your mission work. Like I said, you could be a reader yourself, you could be online as well. But just really getting that sense that you should be focusing on whatever your mission work is at the moment. That should be really where your focus is, which is what, you know, that the soul connection, that twin flame journey calls us to do, is to step into our mission work. What are we doing to give back to the world? And I'm feeling that that's really where you need to be putting your focus on right now. Putting into practice all of that amazing healing work that you've done, the inner child work, actually putting that into practice now. The other thing I'm getting is that you have a voice that needs to be heard. There's a reason why you've been selected, why you're actually on this journey, and why you've been through the heartache and the pain that you've been on. It's so that you can then communicate that back to others again. So I think that you need to remember that. And I'm being told that you really need to focus on it over the next few weeks. Beautiful. And then lastly, we've got, what are the dominant emotions that run my life? So how do you feel? How do you feel your day? Stress or joy? Trust or anger? Anxiety or peace? We have only today, right now, the journey. No goal, no destination will bring us the feeling we seek. Sorry, I'll get it out in a second. But when we begin feeling every day with which we value the most, we will attract more of it. This is fulfillment. So really, again, another card about your mission work. Lean in today into, sorry, why am I getting so tongue-tied all of a sudden? Maybe you're getting tongue-tied. Lean in today into what you feel and adjust your life, your values, your expectations to match your desire. What do you want to feel? Are you willing to let go of the belief that you have to achieve something to feel it? So once again, this is all around your mission work. That's what I'm getting the feeling is that you need to be doing, is putting into practice all of that amazing healing that you've done. Really focus on your mission work. All right, beautiful. Okay, thank you so much. That really brings us to the conclusion of the reading today. Why do I feel like I need to get you a couple of... okay, maybe it's not. I'm getting this sense that I need to get you some message cards as well through from your masculine. I feel like he's got a little bit that he wants to say to you. So you are obviously in waiting for him at the moment, but I think you've got a few things that he wants to say. So bear with me here. Maybe this is time to go get a snack. Maybe go get a drink or something. Because there could be a few messages that come through here. We'll see what happens. Oh, we've got, no, okay, no, still not. I actually got this card poking out. I'm going to take it. All right, a couple more. I wasn't going to get these, but we do have cards flipping over. All right, I'm going to take that one. And then one more. Okay, there we go. That was the card. And I feel like there's one more that has to come out. There we go. All right, let's have a look. So what does your masculine need to say to you today? What's going on? We know there's a whole bunch of messiness going on in his life, but let's see. Oh gosh, the first card, I'm sorry. If that message has come through to you, if you have found out something, if there is, that third party, that shocking truth that came through, he is really in regret about it. He is sorry. You might not want to hear that. I'm immediately hearing that you don't care if he's sorry or not, which is, that's fair enough, but he is sorry. Love me. Well, that's I can understand him saying that. He does want you to love him. I think he's sorry, and yeah, I think he's really in deep regret at the moment. I meant what I said. Why do I feel that at some point he actually did say that he loved you, or that there were promises between the two of you? Why do I feel like that? There might have even been discussion of marriage. I'm just really getting that feeling. And for you, that kind of went all out the window once you went into separation. But he's just wanting to, to remind you that he actually meant what he said, whatever that was, that just before you guys went into separation. Seek professional advice. Well, interesting that card should come out. So I was getting that he's exactly what I said, and what I was picking up on when we were reading his energy is that he might have be getting professional advice. In fact, I think this is confirming it. So when I was saying rehab, I think for a couple of you that was really quite prominent, and I think that he is getting professional advice. The other thing I'm getting is that there may be legal issues around him as well, for which he might be getting legal advice as well, so professional advice on that. There we go. So that's pretty, that's, yeah, in fact, I might even need to just get this one here. Yeah, I mean, the number 15, you could be seeing the 15 a lot, 515 as well. But that card, it's pretty clear, what he's thinking about you. Like I said, he reminisces about you a lot. I don't think it's, you're never far from his mind, especially in that regard as well. Just trying to get these together. All right. I just want you all the time. Well, yes, we know that. The number eight could also be quite prevalent with you guys as well. Number 58, 85. Someone could be born in 85. Someone could be 58. Gossip only hurts more. I'm sorry. Yeah, so I think that whatever it is that you've found out about this person, he could also, when he's snooping as well, I just got this, so I'll say it. So when he's snooping, he could have seen potentially that you're with someone else, or something that's made him feel quite sad and quite hurt about it. Maybe he's heard through friends that you're seeing someone else. Whether that's true or not, I don't think so, but maybe that's the gossip that's made its way through. And then just last, I might just move these here. Then lastly, we've got, I just wish things were different. Yes, I bet he does. He's really going through it at the moment. So I bet he does wish that things were different. And then finally, I am terrified. Yeah, he's really going through some issues. Like, we've seen it. We know what's happening with him. It's a very tough time for him at the moment. But like I said, I think the next month for him will be a very, very interesting time. And while this is going on, you really need to be focusing on your mission work. So what are you doing in this world? Your mission work is what you need to be focusing on at the moment. All right, beautiful. Okay, now I think that does bring us to the end of the reading today. Also 79, 98, 89, 59 could also be a number as well. So these could be numbers that you're either angel numbers that you're seeing. It could be like a car license plate, phone number. These are just numbers that are relevant to you as well. Beautiful. Okay, so that does finish the reading. Thank you so much for allowing me to read your energy today. It was really quite a beautiful reading. I would say as well is that if you have made it all the way through to the end here, then it means that, firstly, thank you. And secondly, I hope that you've got something out of this reading, which you probably have if you've made it all the way through to the end. And if that's the case, I would ask that you like and subscribe to this channel. I am a brand new channel here to YouTube, and so your support will really help me. But also, and more importantly, your support helps these messages get out to those that really need to hear them. So I would ask, yes, that you do either like or subscribe, and also leave me a comment as well if you like. It'd be lovely to hear from you. All right, thank you so much. I'll speak to you soon.